Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Contemporary Cardboard. I'm Nick, and today we have a new unboxing video of the new expansion, Clank, Catacombs Lairs, and Lost Chambers. Let's take a look and see what comes inside. So I love this new box that they have. It's new for Clank, but not new for Direwolf, because they've used this type of packaging for Dune expansions. Nice smaller box, no longer that clamshell from Renegade, the previous publisher. Got a cool little promo for pre-ordering it. Let's check that out. Mr. Whiskers gives you a little bit of everything, and he hasn't arrived. Let's see, I can't read backwards. I put 3 black cubes back in the bag, and if you placed one of your cubes in the dungeon this turn, draw a card. Very cool. So that obviously works with the new expansion, as we'll see right now. Let's crack it open. So this adds new tiles to the Catacombs, because I'm sure you're familiar with Catacombs, it's not a board anymore. It is tiles that you place out and explore as you go and build the map for a lot of more replayability. So let's check it out. Tiles and cards. Alrighty, so we got a little ad there, just promoting all the Clank goodness, and of course Dune. I wonder what's bigger for them now. Like probably Dune, just because the movie and stuff. But it's just a big fan base. But Clank, I feel like it's the original, right? That's my favorite for sure. Got the rule book here. Nothing too crazy. 50 new cards, 5 monster tokens, 12 tiles, 2 of which are purple and 10 are blue. And rules and stuff. We're going to learn all about that right now. So let's take a quick look. Let's take a look at the tiles first, because I feel like that's the meat of it. So we've got 12, a dozen. And we have 2 new purple tiles, which if you're familiar with the game, these go, we explore these areas first. And then this is the safe zone. So if you were to get knocked out in the safe zone, you're still protected or taken out, and you still get to score your points. But if you get knocked out in the dark blue depths, you don't score anything because you can't be rescued. So these are the new purple tiles. You're not necessarily going to see these when you shuffle them in, but you can kind of top deck them just to make sure you see them. You can see there's some new stuff here that you're not used to seeing from previous tiles. We have these blue pathways. So when you reveal this tile, you can rotate it normally however you want and place it. It's like, I want to walk in through this path and deal with these 2 monsters that come out here, right? Not necessarily anymore, because with these blue pathways, when you reveal this tile, you must place it in a orientation that you have to go through this pathway first. And then it doesn't matter anymore. Anybody can walk through any tile or any pathway on this tile, right? Another icon we haven't seen yet is this icon right here. That is an icon saying that when you're leaving the dungeon to get out and escape to get your mastery token and hopefully win the game, you cannot use this path if you have an artifact, and you need an artifact to get out, right? So you can't do this path on the way out, essentially. But it's a quick pathway, right, to get you right into hopefully the depths, into the goodies, right? And looks like we just have a standard room that gives you a coin and you got a lockpick, a major secret, or 2 prisoners. We're used to seeing that. I'm only going to try and, going forward, just talk about the brand new stuff. If you find another video to talk about all the original goodness. We've got some more blue pathways again, so you can always you can rotate it. If you're coming in this direction, you have to walk in through these pathways or these pathways. This is a new room that we haven't seen. I believe it's called a pit. When you go in here, you're going to take 2 damage. Or you can discard a card from your hand as long as it's not a stumble. So it could be any card other than a stumble. I believe that has to be from your hand. It's not play area discard pile, but don't quote me on that. Because I just got it. I can't wait to play it. But let's see. Ooh, we've got 3 new. We'll set that one aside. We'll talk about these 3 tiles that all have similar things going on here. They're all haunted, so whenever this tile comes out, this icon comes out, you can see the border 2 gives it away. White cubes can get added, right? I told him I'm not gonna talk about old stuff, and then he immediately started talking about old stuff. Talk about the new stuff. We got the pit again, and when you reveal this tile, you have to enter from this path or this path, so you're gonna fall in the pit, which is interesting. A lot of crazy stuff going on here. This is a lair, I believe, and it involves a trophy. That is something new with the expansion. It's a special card that my understanding is we can set this aside. Let's find it really quick. When you buy a trophy, it stays in front of you, and you get an ongoing benefit or detriment because sometimes they hurt you. These trophies, they sit in your play area and they stick around, and you can discard them to gain, looks like here, a major secret in $2, it looks like. And only one person can do that. You place a cube there, and no one else can do that, I believe. That is the altar of the haunted. That's what this tile is called. That's what that room is called, yeah. There's only one space, only one person can do it. You have to do so. You must trash a trophy from your personal supply. Then you may take 2 gold from the bank. You may also take an artifact, from any room in the dungeon. So I misspoke. Yeah, that's an artifact. That's true. I totally misspoke. Because it's a hex icon there. So you may also take an artifact from any room in the dungeon. You may still carry only one artifact unless you have a backpack. That makes sense. That's pretty cool. Kind of helps balance out the, searching the deck. Because the last time we just played it recently, the original Clank, and I had the hardest time getting an artifact. I was the last one to get one, and I barely got out. It was a little frustrating. I did get the best one, of course, but could be a little trouble. So that helps improve finding artifacts easier. So here we've got just the only thing new here we have is one of those pits, and then you have to enter to the pit again, which is cool. Helps thin out your deck, right? You could hopefully time it with a burgle, or you can kind of hold a burgle back and not play it until you fall into the pit, right? It thins out the deck, makes your deck better. Here we have the Temple of Gold. There's a lot going on here, so you have to enter from this path or this path up here. Of course, it is haunted. And then this is, you place a cube on one of the pillars adjoining the Lost Chamber. This is one of the new rooms here. And you must be in a way shrine. To place a cube on one of these pillars adjoining the Lost Chamber, you must be in a way shrine, the one on the tile, or any other way shrine on the region or in the dungeon. This cube placement requires you to make your personal supply, make a donation. Okay, from your personal supply. Sorry, folks, it's been a long day. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but it just came out. It just came in the mail. I just got home. And just reading to the internet from a book here. For donations, you can make spend $2, heal 1 damage, and take a lockpick from the bank. Pay 3 to heal 2 damage. Pay 5 to heal 1 damage and take a major secret at random from the bank. Pay 8 to heal 1 damage. You may also take an artifact from any room in the dungeon. You may still only carry one unless you have a backpack. If a donation provides you with more than one reward, you do not have to be able to take all of them. For example, you can take $2 and just take a lockpick. Pretty cool beans. And then we still got a bunch more to go here. You have to enter from this side or this side, right? And then when you take this artifact here, you make 2 Clank and gain $5. And there's a special arrows right there. That's new. They're kind of dark arrows there. Do we have a write-up about this specific room here? Umbach Vesla's Horde. When you enter this lost chamber, take 5 gold from the bank and make 2 Clank. When you're stealing from the Horde, you're caught the attention of the dragon. You either take the artifact or pick the chest in the lost chamber. Oh, so you can, okay, that's why the art looks a little different too. I did notice that. So you can either take the artifact or the chamber. You choose one of the other 2 rooms on this tile and immediately teleport there. No cubes are placed in the lost chamber. Interesting. The arrows are kind of weird to me. It's just like you can just put the arrows, it could be regular arrows. Let's just make it part of the lore of the story there. But that is still pretty cool though. So you can only when you enter the when you either take an artifact or pick the chest in the Lost Chamber, you may choose one of the other rooms to two rooms on this tile and immediately teleport there. Yeah. So I guess you have to just realize. So looking at it, you have to do that in order to. That's the only way to get out. So that's a little different, right? Only 2 people can really go in this room, if you think about it, right? Because there's only 2 arrows going in, unless you have the map, right? That lets you ignore the arrows, one-way arrows. So you go in there because this path right here is not connected, right? So you go in there, and then you take an artifact, and that lets you teleport out, right? That's the first person that does that. Then the next person goes in there, and they lockpick the major secret, and they can teleport. But once the third person goes in there, theoretically they're stuck in there. I mean, that's how I read that. I mean, that's weird. Theoretically, like the whole, like all the other rooms, like your tiles, there's always a way out. So that, yeah, interesting, right? Here we have stuff we've already kind of talked about. That lets, this here lets you put 2 new, or not 2 new. You go 2 better than what you skip the top 2 tiles of the artifact stack, and you can place that one and put those 2 back on the stack, right? And then here's a pit we've already talked about, and those blue pathways. Here we have what do we have here? This one is the shrine here. Boom. Again, you have to enter through the top, it looks like, respectively. If you have a cube in the lost chamber, in this lost chamber, then when a ghost would deal you damage, you may return this cube to your personal supply and prevent the damage. Although you may only have 1 cube in the shrine at a time, if you remove it to prevent the damage, you may place a new one in there in the future. So that's pretty cool. Because I'm not a fan of the ghosts. And we have a path here that you can't take if you have an artifact. Boom. And let's see, what's this next one here? The red room. The red room. Oh, this is the layer. Okay, this is where we're getting into. I'm gonna pause on that one because we're gonna talk. Those are layers. We'll finish up. This is the last lost chamber here, which is the. Make sure I get the right one. Bizarre Bazaar. So we have. Looks like special market here. Each of the 4 spaces in this lost chamber is all unique, offering specific purchase when you place your cube. To do so, you must either spend 3 gold, returning it to the bank, or trash a trophy. Oh, okay. So you can either spend money or a trophy there. You can see that icon right there. To take one of the, you place a cube, you can either heal 3, or you can trash a card from the play area or discard pile. Also, draw a card. You may do these things in either order, which is nice. So you can try and draw into a card that you want to trash. That's pretty cool beans. And then the 3 cards, display case. From the dungeon row, acquire a card, use a device, or defeat a monster without paying the skills. That's pretty cool. And then the last one there is stolen goods. Take an item from the market board without paying gold for it. Sweet. So there you go. And then the last 3 tiles here all involve monsters, which we have right here. Don't eat that. Chill packet. There you go. We got some monsters and the tiles that they correspond to. So let's take a peek at the layers. Okay, so these are the layers of the, in the name of the expansion, right? So let's talk about Medusa's lair, which is this one. So she's gonna sit right here, bang, in her lair, right? And all the other stuff we've seen before. So we'll just keep talking about Medusa's lair. When you enter the lair, you must immediately either fight Medusa or turn into stone, which is take 2 damage, which is never fun. So you can fight her, but you must place a secret tome. You must play a secret tome during your turn to fight this. Let's see. Did I read the wrong thing? You don't take additional damage if you remain in the lair, but you may choose to fight her on the same turn or a later turn. So that's cool. You try and draw into a better fighting, hand, right? Remember, you can't voluntarily take damage if you have no cubes in your supply, or doing so would completely fill your health meter. Well, you have Medusa as a trophy. Okay. Oh yeah, because when you defeat her, you get her as a trophy, which is this represents the trophy. So to defeat her, you must play a secret tome during your turn to fight this. Defeat, draw 2 cards, and then as a trophy, because again it sticks around, right? It's 1 VP, and you ignore tunnel monsters for the rest of the game. What? That's pretty cool beans. I might be fighting Medusa every chance I get. What else we got? Here we have the Lair of the Living Statues. There we go. Living Statues kind of reminds me of Doctor Who, right? So we've got 3 of these guys, actually. I'm just going to show you one of them. They go in each spot there. These 3 living statue markers are placed on the 3 marked spaces on the lair, which we talked about. While you're in the lair, you may fight a living statue there. You must teleport after defeating a living statue if there is another lair or a lost chamber in the dungeon to teleport to. So when you defeat them and you teleport to another lair or lost chamber, and it's worth 1 VP at the end, and that takes 3 combat to defeat. Oh, sorry, Medusa takes 2 combat. It looks like. Is that right? Yeah. What's interesting? So what I'm reading is on the back of the rule book, really quick, and I do agree with Tom Vassell. These can be cards. That would be better because I have to keep checking the rule book. And the last one is the Sphinx. So he would go right on his room. You have to enter to his room there, by the way. Look at that. Coming through this way. And while you're in this layer, you have 2 different ways to defeat the Sphinx. Either spend 4 swords to fight it, or you can spend 7 skill to solve its riddle. I like that. It gives you options. And it gives you 1 VP at the end, if you still have it. Because again, you can discard trophies. Was at the Bazaar, right? So the last little bit here are the cards. And we'll just quickly go through here and see what we get. We got monsters right off the bat. There's 50 cards total. And you can pause and take a look there. I'm not really gonna read them all. We've got 2 of these guys. The Evil Wizard. He's a trophy, so again, he'll hang out. You defeat him and he hangs out. He doesn't go into your deck, but he just stays in your play area. And each turn, the first time you play Secret Tome, draw a card. The second time, plus 2 Clank. Trash this card. Oh, so if you get too greedy with the tomes, that could be a problem. Here's another trophy there. I really like I'm looking forward to trying the trophy mechanic. Some of them, they help and they hurt, right? Only one of these. He's worth 1 for every $5. That's pretty cool beans. Ooh, take a lockpick and free a prisoner. He's a little more of a standard card. Pit Fiend. Ooh, I like the art on that. That's what's in the pit. 2 of those. Skeleton Herald. There you go. And then 2 of these. This is the last monster, and there's 2 of them. Trophy. While if you defeat him, you get $3. And then trophy. While you're in a crystal cave, you cannot heal. So again, that's a detriment. But so that might be one you would defeat, but then sacrifice that trophy for something else better in the future. And that's what's cool. Those trophies, like normally they're monsters, right? You defeat them and they're out of the game forever. But now they kind of stick around. We have an alarm device. So now we're on to devices. There's a lot going on there. What is that? When you use it, each player gets +1 Clank. And then here's a device trophy. So again, normally you use a device once and it's just gone. But as a trophy, it sticks around now. So that's pretty cool. Bat wings. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Hopefully the autofocus is acting accordingly here. And I just realized, hopefully, am I? I hope I'm not in reverse. That would be good. Oh, hopefully you guys, this is front facing, not backwards, right? Because I'm using my selfie camera on my phone. Hopefully you guys can read this. If not, no one's probably gonna ever see this video. Oh, look at this card. It's got -2 VP at the end of the game. That's new, right? Trophy. Whenever you take a trophy, including this one, -2 Clank, -2 Clank. I like that, but -2 points. I think that might still be worth it though. Loot Shoot. I like the name of that one. $2, 2 movement. You need all the movement. Magic Kazoo. Man, I hope you guys can read these because I really want to post this video. I did watch the Dice Tower playthrough video of this, and they use it. This was a cool one. You get if you die in the depths, normally you get 0, but here this mechanical donkey still takes you to safety, so you still get to score your points, thankfully. And then there's 2 of these silver arches. Teleport to any layer or lost chamber for 5 skill. Oh. Alrighty, so the rest are regular, cards that can go into your hand. So again, just gonna show these off. We can pause and read. This is just I think I actually got this in the mail a day early, so that's why I'm kind of rushing to try and get this out. First, as they say, right? I've got 2 Tinkerers, so 2 of these cards. 2 Acrobats. If a pit room causes you to trash this card, acquire a card that costs 4 or less. Oh, I love stuff that combos like that. I mean, that's what deck building is kind of all about, right? Combos. So, playing in cards in order matter, right? When I first teach the game, we kind of just like flop all the cards and play them out. But, and I'm always teaching new people. But, yeah, you do need order matters, right? There's just two of those cards. Right? Swap meet. There's 2 of these. If you're in a layer or lost chamber, you may trash this card and move in one of your trophies to take a market item at no cost. That's pretty cool. Ooh. This one puts a artifact back, or takes it out of play. On arrive, return the lowest value artifact from the dungeon to the artifact stack. So it'll come back out. It's just kind of extends the game a little bit. That's if anyone buys it. But that's pretty powerful, though. Oh, sorry. There you go. I was still looking at the other card. Because I'm not... I know this video is kind of long in the tooth already. Because I am long in the tooth. The gift of gab, as they say. But this is cool beans. I'm a little paranoid again. I just want to... Hopefully you guys can read these. If I have to, I can run it through my computer maybe and mirror it. But I don't want to do that if I don't have to. But yeah, these all look really cool. I cannot wait to play these, hopefully this week. Oh, this next one here, Tome of Fire. This counts as a secret tome, but it gives you stuff. I try not to get secret tomes because they don't do. I mean, like towards the end, if I'm on the way out and I'm feeling cocky, if I got enough movement, I might buy a secret tome or 2 if I can afford it. Because they don't do anything. They just gum up the deck. I mean, they give you points, but this gives you this doesn't give you as many points. It gives you 1 point. But when other cards or other things say if you have a secret tome, get a bonus combo, right? This helps with that. And there's 2 of them. And this is the last card, Amethyst. -2 Clank and draw a card off of a gem. Nice. I always love the gems. I'm a gem collector. That's everything, folks. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I know it's been a while, but it's Clank, and it's my favorite game. And the Catacombs is my favorite expansion, or version of it. I can't wait to play this one. Thanks for watching. Bye.